next, we'll see Kyler Murray staring down a man he's faced many a time in practice. Patrick Peterson returns to the place he called home for 10 seasons. It's the Vikings and Cardinals, and it's next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they come in off the very rare tie a game ago.
And it'll be interesting to see what their mindset is going into this game. Sometimes that can be a deflator, and sometimes that can just really make you mad and more determined the next time out.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Taking in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Minnesota offense ready to go to work here. The quarterback in his 10th season overall now, and 4th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
And what really attracts people to him? A passionate leader, controls the huddle really well, controls the locker room, and also throws with anticipation and accuracy, especially evident when he throws the deep ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. The numbers a week ago for Cook. Well into the triple digits, and they'll take that every time out.
What I loved was just how decisive he was running the football. Coaches like guys that go north and south. They don't like the east-west guys, the juking and the jiving. 1 foot in the ground and cut.
From the 29, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
The Cardinal offense takes back over. Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it at midfield. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Vikings slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Murray. And the catch made by Hopkins. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah,
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Murray now to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
A.J. Green makes a nice catch for a first down wearing that familiar number 18. But the uniform, a little bit unfamiliar. He did spend 9 seasons in Cincinnati, was their 2nd all-time leading receiver behind Chad Johnson before heading out west to join the Cardinals.
Murray now on first down. They'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. To throw is Murray. He's got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A.J. Green, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And he had time there. I mean, you give any quarterback that length of time, he'll make you pay.
It just puts way too much stress on guys trying to cover downfield because, as you said, you don't have much time in the pocket. He can scan the field, find the open person. That's exactly what happened there. And what was the end result again?
Touchdown. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Throwing, Cousins. And that's taken in. It's B.C. Johnson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. A give. This is Cook. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Cook. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
And Viking fans spent plenty of time wondering how they were going to replace Stephon Diggs when he left for Buffalo. But I think most would agree now that Justin Jefferson was the best rookie receiver in football last year. 88 catches for an even 1,400 yards. I would say the numbers don't lie.
First down, here's Cousins. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Here's Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forcing incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal.
Cook.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Again, it's Cook.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Dalvin Cook, excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Moore now on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing now is Murray. Throw right side, complete to Williams. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast too, converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded at the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They start the drive with Cook, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Cousins now. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Well, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. They could barely get a glove on it before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Murray. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Murray a give to Edmonds on the option.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Murray now.
He'll get this underneath to Edmonds.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that will be incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And it's complete. They're going to get the first.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game. So you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So they pulled a little rabbit out of their hat, nearly for 6, almost got the fake into the end zone. Either way, they're set up really nicely.
So we all fell for the illusion, didn't we? Did they saw someone in half on stage on that one? I mean, that was something right there. We fell for the fake in a big way, as did the defense. And look what it turned into, a monster play. And now they're set up inside the 5-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
And Murray's going to keep this.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Prater on to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A 10-play drive that time. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings head out to take over once again. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
2nd down and 6 now from the 42.
Throwing is Cousins.
And quickly to Thielen here. And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Cousins again.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And that is incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Joseph's got it. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to return it, here's Moore. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go!
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They were losers a week ago to Tennessee, but they're on top right now as they come up here 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Finding Green complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
4 yards remain for second down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. J.J. Watt, tough to stop. He gets upfield and makes a play behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
K.J. Osborne, the one he was looking for.
And it's 3rd down. Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
With the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like he'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, and caught, right side, Green. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's Murray.
He'll swing that out to Edmonds.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
The Vikings ready to go again on offense.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. First down, here's the run with Cook. Tackle made by Marcus Golden.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. On third down, Cousins. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. A first down throw for Cousins.
And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
On 2nd and 10. Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Osborne. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And complete, right side to Cook. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Murray now on first down. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a give to Edmonds. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now Murray. He's going to air it out deep for Green.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. To throw, Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here's Moore on the return. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
The football going back over to Arizona now. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. From the 31, Murray. On the right side, caught by Green.
Murray to the veteran Green for the Cardinal first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
Everson Griffin in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Murray throwing complete there to Hopkins.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. The Cardinals on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And now out comes Minnesota. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Now a throw here to his running back. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Cousins to throw it. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Cousins now. And the catch made by Johnson.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. To throw is Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
Marcus Golden picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Cousins. And it's incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense.
And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Mike Zimmer staring down our referee. He's upset. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Murray a give to Edmonds on the option.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Cliff Kingsbury, part of that new breed of head coaches. And his guys are going to go for it. They're going for it. Hits Murray. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. Down to a knee goes Murray, as that will just about wrap this thing up. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points in the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Arizona, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener, and they will hit the road.